The Edmonton International Airport, otherwise known as EIA or YEG. Located in Leduc, or Leduc County, just 30 kilometers south of Edmonton's city center. Whether this is your first time flying internationally, or you're just curious about the airport departures area, this is what to expect when flying to any United States destination from Edmonton. At the airport, assuming you've checked in and have your boarding pass, you'll simply head to the south wing. In almost all cases, this means turning left from virtually any airport entrance you're apt to use. But if you have any baggage to check, you'll need to get them tagged by your airline's service counter, so don't forget to do that before proceeding. As you approach the US departures area, and this is after all the airline counters, you'll drop any checked baggage at the bag drop. There's only one place to do this, so don't worry, it's very obvious, you can't miss it. You just put your bag on the conveyor belt and modern technology will do the rest. And of course, those baggage airport workers will do their part too. You only need to do this if you're checking bags. Carry-on travelers will simply walk past this point. You will then pass through a typical airport security checkpoint. This checkpoint is one of two located in the airport, with the other centrally located one being used for domestic or non-US international flights. Security will check your boarding pass, and you can proceed through the checkpoint. You'll have your baggage x-rayed, and you'll walk through a scanner or metal detector. Just make sure that anything you're carrying with you is allowed by regulations. This US destination security point does have a NEXUS line, for those who hold a card, but be aware that it's often closed when there aren't big enough crowds to warrant running it. After proceeding through security, travelers will be processed through US Customs right here at EIA before their departure. This is typical when traveling to US destinations from major Canadian airports. For those who have traveled across borders in other countries, it might seem odd. It's far more typical for international travelers to be processed once they arrive in their destination country, like you'll experience when you return back to Canada. But here, we do US Customs before we leave. A common misconception is that these pre-clearance custom areas located in Canadian airports are legally US soil. But in fact, these are Canadian jurisdiction and are governed by Canadian law. It's really just an agreement between our countries to allow processing of US-bound travelers at our airports. And honestly, it's far nicer to do it before leaving. That way, when you land, you're good to head straight to your hotel, or whatever. Just make sure you follow that guideline of arriving at airports 3 hours before your departure time. The guideline is there for a reason. At airports, it's always better to arrive too early than too late. US Customs isn't scary, but for first-timers, it might feel a little intimidating. Just be friendly, open, and make sure you answer any questions truthfully. Oh, and don't forget your passport. Once you are processed through customs, the security and clearance segment of your trip is complete. Now you can relax before your flight. From customs, you'll travel down a long hallway with moving sidewalks. Well, when they're working anyway, but they usually are. Midway down this hall, in between the two conveyors, you'll want to stop and experience this mosaic art piece of Edmonton. It's a bird's eye view of the city, with the river and lands which make up our municipality laid out with colorful bricks. Some of our more iconic buildings are built out into the third dimension as well. And when you stop to look at this, make sure you walk right up to the wall and glance upward. You'll get a unique perspective, a mosaic brick representation of our city's skyline. This piece is entitled Everything Flows, Nothing Stands Still by artist Aaron Pankratz, and I particularly enjoy it. After this, you'll make your way to the duty-free shop. Most airports have one of these, and you may or may not decide that a purchase here is right for you. Lots of alcohol, tobacco, chocolates, gifts, and more. Just make sure that you don't have another flight after this one, or that big jar of maple syrup you just bought might need to be abandoned if you progress through another airport security checkpoint. And don't worry, if you don't want to buy anything just yet, now that you're on this side of customs, you can always come back and browse. After duty-free, you're in the large boarding lounge area. This US departures area is shaped as a large semicircle. When compared to the rest of Canada's major airports, Edmonton's departures area is certainly one of the more relaxed I've seen. Sure, it gets busy at times, but in my experience, it's far more common to see it sitting largely empty, with people waiting for maybe only 1 or 2 upcoming flights. I mean, there's only 8 gates here. This results in a large availability of seating to choose from. I have never struggled to find somewhere to sit. Although small, this area offers some shops and services. There are 2 full-service restaurants, Chili's and Tap and Pour Gastropub. I've eaten at both many times, and they're both perfectly serviceable. I personally tend to lean towards Chili's though. I think it's because I prefer the variety on their menu. It's a straightforward selection, nothing fancy, but I've eaten more than a few meals here, and they never mess it up. It's reliable, and I like that. The Gastropub has been a little more hit and miss, but again, it's not bad. There's also a Booster Juice and a Starbucks, so you have a decent selection to choose from. I caution you though that the stereotype of higher prices past airport security exists for a reason. Because it's true. Expect to pay a bit of a premium at these places. I think it's because they're both the only game in town, and I expect they likely have higher cost of operations being where they are. Speaking of prices, there's a few shopping areas as well. Aside from the duty-free shop we mentioned earlier, there's INMOTION, an electronics store. There's lots of headphones, earbuds, cables, charging adapters, power bricks, all at prices that scream, "Oh, you forgot your headphones and you have a 6-hour flight? I gotcha. Trust me, bro." And for books, magazines, water, gum, snacks, souvenirs, there's Relay. Not much to say here. $6 bottles of water and $4 packs of gum. Pricey, yes. But have there been times when I'm really happy that I can grab something that I need? Absolutely. Right behind these shops are the washrooms, water fountains, and a water bottle refill station. Bring an empty water bottle with you through security, and you'll save $6 right there. So that covers most of it. Well, aside from the Plaza Premium Lounge, located at the far end of the terminal. This lounge offers a slightly better experience than waiting in the general boarding area. And unlike airline-specific lounges, the Plaza Premium Lounge allows you to buy your way in, around $43 for 2 hours. There's food included, better seating, a more relaxed atmosphere, dedicated Wi-Fi, which I can only assume is somehow better than the free Wi-Fi we already get at the airport, and a cash bar. If you're going to be sitting for a while, this might be worth it for you. This side of the terminal also has an additional washroom and a pet relief area. Make sure you clean up after your pup though. There are bags included. Like most airports, there are no indoor smoking areas. And like most airports, there are many places you can stop to charge your devices. And I think that covers most of it. Honestly, as long as you arrive early like you should, you'll experience no issues when traveling to the United States from Edmonton. I've done a lot of travel lately, and I gotta say, having a somewhat quiet area like this makes travel so much nicer. I've seen a lot of airports, and I truly feel like Edmonton's is one of the nicest there is. Perhaps it benefits from being a little less populated than other major cities, but that is okay by me. So, until next time, wherever your travels take you, I wish you a safe journey and all the best. Take care. What's your favorite airport? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, you can support by subscribing to the channel, visiting my Patreon, or using YouTube Super Thanks. Oh, and thanks for watching.